Hello, my dear friends. My name is Islamjan Tojimirzaev, and I am a student of Webster University. Today, we are going to talk about environmental sustainability. What is environmental sustainability? According to the United Nations Special Commission on Environment and Development, environmental sustainability means to behave ourselves in that way, to take care of nature, that in the future our next generations can live a good life as we live or even better. So what do we need to do to leave the nature after ourselves as good as it is now? So I think that we should all take care of natural ecosystems, its rivers, its oceans, its forests, animals, and etc. For me, I consider that the most responsible entities are businesses. Why I consider like that? Because businesses make a lot of money on the natural resources. Uh, for instance, we can take forest business. 100, the biggest forests of our world generate about 300 billion bucks every year. So it has been estimated that if 10% of that sum is reinvested to grow new trees and forests, so this business can generate the same amount of profit during long term. So that's why I consider that businesses should take care of the environment, and in this case it will be environmentally justable. What is the environmental justice? uh, it's easier to talk about environmental injustice. Environmental injustice is when uh, some people harm the nature, earn a lot of money on that, but the harm is equally distributed among the people. Or the biggest burden lays on the shoulders of uh, poor people. I mean, vulnerable layers of our society. Of course, not only businesses are responsible for environmental sustainability. We as people can also um benefit our nature by adapting certain environmental sustainability practices. And now, the next step, I'm going to talk about several environmentally sustainable practices that me and my family has adapted recently to minimize our harm to the nature. So the first one, we stopped to waste the food that is left after ourselves. We decided to cook it and to give it to our dog. So by this way, we diminish the level of garbage we produce. The second one, 2 months ago, we sold our car, oil car, and we bought an electric one. By this, we stopped to contribute to the carbon dioxide emissions while we move around the city or elsewhere. So we stopped throwing away clothes and toys. So we started to give that to our relatives or neighbors. And if those do not need, then we started to give that things to the people who really need that. And this is not adapted recently. We always used to collect all the paper that is not usable anymore and give it to recycle services. The fifth one, this is also has been adapted like 2 years ago. We bought a water filter. So nowadays, till nowadays, we This filter has a special capacity, like 15 liters. It cleans up the running water, and so we have already stopped buying bottled waters, and by this we do not support like plastic bottles waste. So these were like five environmental sustainable practices that have been adapted in my house. And at last, I would like to give a message to the people, to the community, to our world. This is quote that I really like. A thousand miles journey starts from the first step. Uh, every like big achievement start from the first step. I mean, so if you want to become a champion in any sport, everything starts from a first training. So if you want to be more environmentally sustainable, you need to make a first step. Maybe you will stop buying water bottles, or maybe you will just stop throwing away your clothes and give it to the people who need. But what I mean is just you need to start from something. So I hope this video was really useful, and I hope that, my dear friends, you will adapt environmentally sustainable practices and start your contribution to the environmental saving. Thank you very much. It was Toji Mirzaev Islamjon, business administration student at Webster University.